Welcome to Book Talk, where we talk books, and today we are going to be doing the Newbie tag. Now, excuse the lighting because I'm going to be tapping my screen throughout this video because it just keeps beating my face. I mean, I don't really mind because if it gets really bright, then you can't see my face, and it's a win-win for everybody, but I know some of you guys want to see this baby. So I'm going to be clicking the screen for you guys. Shouts out to my one subscriber, Instant Noodles. First off, yes, Instant Noodles. I'm all for that. I know you didn't have any videos. I went and checked it out. But as soon as you start posting, girl, I'm ready. Because Instant Noodles hits home for me. I love some Instant Noodles. Okay, anyways, question number 1. Why did you start your channel? Very simple, easy answer. I feel like I have always wanted to have a YouTube channel, but I haven't really known what I wanted to do. I felt like I've tried. I actually have a personal channel where I've uploaded more different types of videos, and I do enjoy editing, so sometimes they were like an art piece, but sometimes it's like it just felt forced. I didn't feel anything that I wanted to do enough. And then I started reading, and I found the Booktube community, and I found that the videos I enjoyed most were when I was done reading and I could sit down and listen to people talking about the books and what they thought of it. That made me happier. And then there were so many books that didn't have those videos, and I was like, well, I still want to talk about it, so maybe I should make videos. And it kind of seemed like as long as I'm still reading, I'm always going to have content, so I don't have to worry about it. This is the perfect channel. I get to talk about books. I will enjoy doing it, and I finally will get around to making that YouTube channel that has always been on my bucket list of things to do. I finally understand with Booktube, when people say, don't just do YouTube for money or don't do YouTube for the views and things like that. I get it now with Booktube because this is something that I just enjoy doing and can see myself doing even if I don't have a lot of followers or subscribers. But please subscribe, please. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below. But even if you don't, I'm still gonna keep making videos. So number 2, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? So, me, duh. No. Well, I feel like I have my own unique personality and my own take on Booktube and reading. I'm trying to do book talks instead of book reviews. And those are what I would want to see on Booktube. It's just people sitting down and talking to you about a book that they just read. So kind of like a mukbang or a mukbang. I said that in a past video where you're just sitting down and talking to someone. It's like a conversation where you're like, oh, this was my favorite. Oh, I didn't like this. Like you're talking to a friend. You want to feel like I'm personally talking to you at home, and then you write your comments. And I might even, this is something I haven't seen people do, but very well could be a thing that people do, is I could see responding. If I got enough comments that disagreed with what I said, I could see pushing a conversation further about a book and it actually being like we're having a conversation. And I want to read the books I want to read and talk about the books I want to talk about. And I'm hoping that there are people who, I don't ever see myself being someone who's going to read books because, oh, this publisher is famous and this whatever. If I'm not interested in the book, I'm probably not going to read it. So I'm not going to push something at you. Not saying that all people are or that even most people are, but I want to just read even some of these obscure books that no one knows about. And for those people who are reading those books that don't have any videos, that aren't getting a lot of coverage, they'll have a place to go. They'll have a video to bring them joy the same way that Booktuber videos bring me joy. That's what I'm hoping for. Anyways, number 3. What are you most excited about for your new channel? I'm really hoping to have a community. Talk about most excited. I'm just so happy that this is something I'm doing. Like, genuinely, I am just happy about the whole process. I don't know. And you should have seen me when I got my first subscriber, Instant Noodles. Girl. I didn't know I could be so happy about just having one subscriber. Having one person who actually cares what you think or supports you. And I've been on some amino pages and I've put my channel on there. I haven't gotten many views, but that's actually how my one subscriber found me. And I had someone say, like, I'll follow you. I don't like to read, but I'll subscribe to you if you want. And I was like, you don't need to subscribe to me because that's not what I want. I don't want just subscribers to build just to subscribe. Now, I might joke and say, like, hey, if you don't like me, you can still subscribe. But really, I want to build a community a safe community for people to talk about books and, yeah, just be happy and be yourself. That's what I want, and that's what I'm excited about. So that's that answer for you. Why do you love reading? I don't. I enjoy reading. I don't love it. It's kind of like exercise. It's something that every time I have to start, I'm like, I don't know about this. And then at the end, I get like this euphoria. Like, I'm so glad I did that for the day. Even if I just read a little bit, like, it makes me feel good. But the difference between that and exercise is I hate exercising. And this, once I start, as long as it's a good book, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying it while I'm doing it. So unlike exercising, and I hate it, and I'm like literally allergic to exercise. I like break out in hives, and my face, this is beautiful. I don't know if any of you guys have this happen, will actually turn completely red, except for right above my lip, which stays this pale white. And so it looks like I have a lobster face and a milky mustache. Like I'm on the Got Milk commercial, which is fabulous. So reading doesn't do that to me. But I don't love reading. I enjoy it. It's something I'm happy when I'm doing. But it's something that I always, every time I go to start, I'm like, do I want to do this? And then it's like I remember all over again why I wanted to read. What book got you into reading, or a book series? So I guess this is a double answer. My first instinct answer would be the Fifth Wave series. I had started reading the Fifth Wave book a while ago, and I really enjoyed it when I had like this brief stint of a reading kick, but I was reading not for myself. I was reading just like to have read, which I don't think is good. Like I don't think I fully understood. Booktube community helped me to fully understand like why people read. Like I didn't even get it fully. Like I thought some people enjoyed reading and some people didn't, and there was like no, if you weren't that type of person, you just weren't that type of person. But I wanted to be that type of person who read. And so I started reading this book, and this was like a real page turner for me. And so when I wanted to start reading again, I had forced myself through two books that I didn't really enjoy, and I picked up that book again. And again, I just fell in love with it, and this time it pushed me to keep reading. And I was like, this is why people read. When I was reading that book, I stayed up at night, like, what's going to happen next? And so that's the book series that got me into it. But also, before that, there was the Falconer series, and I loved that book. So much so that I ordered the second one, and I haven't read it yet. But that one actually might have been the first book to get me into reading, but I didn't know that I loved reading yet, or really enjoyed reading yet. And so Fifth Wave series is probably what got me here and on Booktube. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? And my favorite booktuber is Books and Pieces. She is not one of the like huge ones. She has, I think, about like 11,000 subscribers, which, I mean, I got one. So just put, another one next to that, and then like a K, and I'm almost there. But I get a lot of my book suggestions from her. I just think we have a similar taste, and I just love the way she describes the book. She doesn't like give anything away, but out of all the booktubers who describe books, she describes them the best, in my opinion. But she's also, someone whose books I enjoy. We have a similar genre that we like. And I would ask her, does she try to get such diverse books? Or does she just not even think about it? Because I started reading the Magpie Lord series and Sindonger series. I'm part French, but I am very bad at speaking it. And both of those were diverse in different reasons. One, the Magpie Lord, she described as a love story. And I was like, yeah, love story. I'm so about that. And it ended up being a gay love story between like two middle-aged men. And one is good looking, but the other is kind of like, And I still really liked the book, but it was nothing like what I was expecting. And the second one was the Sindonger series, which, butchering it. That is incredibly diverse with indigenous people and with just a whole bunch of different minorities, and even the women in the book really feel like real characters and with their own different personalities. Strong women who are just strong because they're strong, not because it's like I'm a weak little girl and I am still strong in this way. Not that there's anything wrong with that kind of character, but it's just, there's one of the main characters is gay. I mean, it's just really a diverse book series, and I very, very much enjoy it, would recommend. So do you try to just have diverse books, or does it just come naturally to you? Do not even think about it when you're getting your books. What challenge do you think will be the hardest to overcome? And that would be getting subscribers, honestly, who genuinely enjoy my videos. If I could just hit 100, I would be so happy with 100, because 100 I feel like is a small little community. That's like my first goal. Like, if I could get to 100 subscribers, I would be just so thrilled. In that, I would also say in getting those people to feel comfortable to actually start having dialogue with me and other people in this community. So that would be my hardest challenge, is just getting subscribers, because what else can I do? You can do everything right and still not get subscribers. If people don't want to watch your video, they won't. When did you start reading? Like a few months ago. Honestly, it was not that long ago. I mean, I started reading when I was very young. But when did I start reading for enjoyment? I would say that just a couple months ago that I really got into it. Where do I read? Anywhere. I try to have a book with me pretty much anywhere, but my favorite spot is my bedroom. Maybe I should do a video on that. I've really turned my bedroom for dirt cheap into like a little reading nook, like the whole thing. And it's just comfy. I have a hard time reading with distractions, even though I want to read. It's like I can't cancel it out, and my bedroom is just a nice quiet place. I also was just house sitting. This is my aunt's house. I'm house sitting here. And I liked reading in the hot tub. It's very nice. Issue is, though, you get too hot too fast. But like a nice hot tub, read. That's some good stuff. And then my final question. Like, I just came up with these. Lindsay's Newbie book tag. No. What kind of books do you like to read? And my answer is, I love a magic book, fantasy. I want to escape when I'm reading. That might sound awful, but like, if I'm reading, I don't want to read about everyday life stuff. You can do that, and I get it, but that's not for me. I know this is bad, but I don't want to read to get information. Like, I will read to get information, but it bores me, or because it has a good message. I get it has a good message, but there's other things with good messages. Just send me a good message. Like, I don't necessarily want to read a book because at the end it's good, or because it talks about something serious or whatever. I think that's good that people do, but I just got to a point where I'm reading for enjoyment, and I'm not going to try to read stuff for other people. So I enjoy books with magic and love all in the same thing. I love books with strong female leads. I love books with realistic characters. Like, characters I feel like you can relate to and aren't just like made up in bookland because they think you're gonna enjoy it. Like, it's not like the heartthrob who's gonna do everything right and he's just this perfect guy. That's not my favorite. And so, or ones, I like books. I mean, this is awful. So Mrs. Pettigrew's whatever, she had a book that was a collection of short stories. And I read the first, like, page, and I was like, cannibals! Like, I like that shock factor. Sometimes you just read a book. I know when I start, there's just, some things just pull you in, and that's the kind of book I like, that as soon as I look at it, I'm excited. Something about it just excites me, and that doesn't have to be any kind of a book, really. It's just like, ooh. If you read it and you go, ooh, 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 that's the kind of book I want. If it's like, oh, Sarah was walking on a sunny day and that's when she met the boy of her dreams at an ice cream shop, that's just not my kind of book. Sorry, see you later. If it's like, in the galactic world, there was a battle between alien races and the hippopotamus people and the jumping beans, who will be, like, I'm more likely to read that. That's just weird and not talked about, and I'm so for it. So that's really all I have today. This was an incredibly long video, but I hope you guys feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I understand if you didn't make it this far. If you did make it this far, comment hoopla. Sounds like a lot of hoopla from SpongeBob, just to let me know you got this far. Bet you didn't. That's okay. Wish I didn't put that in, because now I'm going to know how many of you guys didn't get this far. But, yeah, like, subscribe, and check out my channel.